No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He takes this for 3 to the 29. These two teams, Titans and Dolphins, met last year, Week 5. That was Jay Cutler versus Matt Castle, and it was the Dolphins getting a fourth-quarter touchdown from Jarvis Landry, and they held on to win 16-10 in South Florida. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. William Hayes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Mariota now on second down. Steps away to his left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Amendola catching it left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Tannehill on first down. Tannehill's first touchdown pass in over a year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Jason Sanders now for the extra point.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. You look at these Titans, Charles, a playoff team a season ago. First time they did that in 9 years. They even won a game in the playoffs on the road at Arrowhead. So they've got some momentum, don't they, heading into 2018?
Well, they certainly do, because not only did they get into the playoffs, they won a playoff game at Kansas City, a notoriously tough place to win. But they've got to create a new identity because they have a brand new head coach named Mike Vrabel. He'll look at it from the defensive side first. That's where he made his bones. And he already has some talent on that side of the ball. But offensively, that's where it's going to be the key. Marcus Mariota has to come into his own at the quarterback position. and Derrick Henry is their new lead tailback.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Third and long here for Mariota. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Tannehill looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target. 3rd down here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He had the touchdown catch on the last drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Amendola, the intended receiver. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, Oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
Quick.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
3.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Lewis has the first down and then some. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting starters carries.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there.
Let's go. 3.
Mariota now from the 50, eluding the pressure right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The 20. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. These Dolphins last year, Charles, 6-10 under second-year coach Adam Gase. A regression from their playoff run in 2016. For this once-proud franchise, they haven't won a playoff game since the 2000 season.
Yeah, think about it this way. 2 years under head coach Adam Gase, a little bit of a yo-yo. Playoffs his first year, not close his second year. They need to get back to competing for a playoff spot this season. How so? More consistent play, less penalties, and getting Ryan Tannehill back for all 16 games at quarterback.
Well, you mentioned penalties. The Dolphins had more penalties than any team the last 2 years. On second down, it's Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. On third and short, Drake. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Second down, Mariota. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. William Hayes in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up third and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Tannehill now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jurrell Casey with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Danny Amendola, as the first half is winding down, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Adoree Jackson on the return. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A pitch out to Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Off play action, Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jurrell Casey in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Hey. 4 down.
Here's Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. that's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
They'll run for it with Henry. They find some open field here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line. Now they'll run Lewis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
To throw Mariota. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mariota. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
They come up in an offset eye. He's going to get it running right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One. Mike 53, Mike 53. One. There they go.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Right back to Drake. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go play action here on first down. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Drake. And an alley run. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On 3rd down, Drake. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Got a man. It's Amendola. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
There you go.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Tannehill now to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good play.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. The defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Minka Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a good read there, partner. He sent everyone deep and got them to follow. And that opened up the gap in the middle of the field. He ended up picking up good yardage.
Back to throw. It's complete. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.